Running your own business can be lonely, finding reliable professionals difficult, and generating new business challenging, but not when you have a business network. NewGen Networking provides its members with new and exciting business opportunities, with the chance to build lasting relationships with vetted businesses who can act as your sales team and solve the issue of who to turn to in your hour of need. With a range of flexible and affordable solutions, NewGen apply tried and tested principles in a modern way to suit today's world. To find the right option for your business, visit newgen-networking.com or call 03333 600 680. NewGen Networking. New business, new contacts, a new generation of networking. You're listening to the NewGen podcast exclusively on the Pod Station. Here is an interview with one of our members from the Vinci Hub.
We've got Patrick Lomas from JB Brokers. So good morning, Patrick. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Joe.
Good. Great to have you. Finally got you in the hot seat, as you are one of the newest members of the group. So, just to start, really, because can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of background, and JB Brokers. So, what you do and what's the products you offer?
Yeah. So originally from Salford over in Manchester, moved this way, about 13 years ago now, when I was about 10. Live in Chester, but work for JB, who are insurance brokers based over in Liverpool. We've got an office on Wavertree Business Park. JB are an independent broker. It's jointly owned by the two directors, which is quite rare nowadays in the insurance market. A lot of insurance brokers have financial backing from private equity firms, or they're owned by much larger brokers. Started off 4 years ago as a motor broker, so they solely did motor products, so a lot of fleet, courier and taxi, and then I came on board in the middle of May to set up their new commercial division. So obviously with a lot of the motor products, a lot of the customers they had also had business insurance they wanted to look at, whether that was liability, property and anything of the kind of business nature. So I came on board to set that division up for them and to kind of grow the commercial customer base.
Okay, great. So when you're looking at a client's sort of insurance needs, is it always about just getting the cheapest?
No, definitely not. So if price is the main focus of your insurance, then you can go online and you'll probably get a better price online than any other broker is going to quote you for. But then you don't know what you're being covered for, if you're covered correctly. The main thing we look at is the cover. Are you being covered correctly? The amount of customers that come to us and say, can you quote us our business insurance, pay in $5,000, and you go, right, okay, let's have a look what you've got, send over your current policy, we'll look through it, and there's a security endorsement saying their unit must have a alarm fitted, and I go to them, do you have an alarm? And they go, no. Are you going to get an alarm fitted? No. So you're paying $5,000 for a piece of paper. If someone breaks in, you're not going to be covered. The insurance company's just going to wipe their hands and not pay out on a claim. So our focus is to look at the cover you need, look at the endorsements, look at the warranties, and make sure they fit your business. And should the worst happen, the claim come about, that be covered and a claim is paid.
So you're basically making sure they've got the cover they need, really, aren't you? Right. Okay. When is the best time to sort of review your cover? Is it when your current policy is expired? Do you just wait till then and then speak to you, or? No,
definitely not. So with insurance, there's a 30-day window before the renewal date of when we can actually quote, and the quote will stay at the same price for that entire 30 days. We can come out slightly before. Usually we like to come and do a sit-down visit with you to go through insurance, whether it's at your business premises or you want to meet in a coffee shop or whatever, really, wherever you feel comfortable kind of going through and feel comfortable openly talking about your business and your finances and things like that. So sometimes we go in before the 30 days, which then give us the full 30 days to arrange a quote. But ideally, we don't like to leave it to the last minute. Sometimes that can't be avoided, especially with some renewals. Sometimes insurers just don't have the capacity to get your renewal arranged before your renewal date. So then they will offer an extension, which gives you usually 2 weeks after the renewal date to organise an alternate quote or to continue with them.
Okay. So can you tell us what is maybe one of the most unusual or most challenging things you've been asked to insure?
Yeah, so I've been quite fortunate. I've had quite a few different positions in the insurance market, from commercial to personal lines. To work with quite a lot of high net worth and ultra high net worth customers. One of the more unusual risks that I've been asked to have a look at was actually quite recently. One of the guys sat in the room, actually, Mark Latham. For people that don't know, as well as the printing, all the other stuff that Mark does, he also does some stunts. So Mark asked me a couple of weeks ago to see if we could arrange some repatriation or basically medevac cover should something happen to him when he's on set. So we went away, and luckily we think we've got something sorted that when he does eventually need the cover, that we can put it in place and get something arranged that if he gets set on fire, that we can get a helicopter sent out to him and take him to the closest hospital.
You say luckily you've got insurance. Right. So how can NewGen help? What's an ideal referral for you then?
So we're quite fortunate. Every single person in this room has some form of insurance in place for their business, and 99% of their clients will also have some insurance. So there's no ideal referral. We can look at any business. We can look at small, one-man sole traders. We can look at large, multi-million-pound corporations. So any business that needs insurance, we can help them.
Yeah, that's great. Do we have any questions?
You mentioned before, when you were talking about what you specialise in yourself, you mentioned liability insurance.
Yeah.
That's probably something that a lot of companies don't know a lot about. What does that actually protect against for the directors?
So there's two types of liability, two main types of liability insurance. You've got your public liability and employer's liability. So public liability, the best way to kind of explain that, and that's what the majority of the claims are made, is slips and trips. So someone comes to your premises and trips over something. Maybe they go into an office and trip over someone's handbag left on the floor, or maybe an extension lead, and they injure themselves and can't go to work. They'll make a claim against you for that. Employer's liability, which is a legal requirement if you do employ anyone. That's for if one of your employees gets injured in the line of work, whether that's maybe a builder falls off some scaffolding while he's working for you and puts a claim against you. That's when employer's liability will kick in.
Just on the same theme, obviously we have in the insurance industry the requirement for liability insurance as well. Do you cover that for things like, not that we do it, bad advice, or where things go wrong on that side?
Yes, so a lot of white collar firms, accountants, solicitors, financial advisors will take out professional indemnity. Professional indemnity is a cover designed to, if you offer any type of service, whether it be design work, advice work, and that something happens as a result of bad advice, professional indemnity insurance can kick in and kind of help you with a claim that may come in.
Okay.
Do you do free reviews of people's existing policies to see what the terms are and whether there's any blaringly obvious failings in that policy?
Yeah, 100%. So one of the things you do is a completely free review. If you just want to sit down, have a chat and a coffee, and just want me to go through your documents, all we ask, like I said, it's completely free, so there's no monetary value. All we ask that is, when that does come up for renewal, that you give us a go and see if we can quote and offer either better terms or better pricing or even both. That's all we ask for in return for doing a free review.
Thank you very much.
If you would like to visit one of our online or face-to-face hubs, visit newgen-networking.com and book a place. Get social at Network NewGen on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn.